Happening now, the message from local law enforcement about cleaning out your medicine cabinets this weekend. Plus, how you can get a first-hand look at the new garbage cans that will roll out in Jamestown very soon.
Well, the cold and the snow is finally over with, and the temperatures are on an uphill climb from here. We'll tell you where they're headed next as the News at Noon starts now.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
While many might be getting ready for some spring cleaning, law enforcement across the area is asking residents to remember to clean out their medicine cabinets and dispose of leftover prescription drugs. Thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Friday. I'm Justin Gould. The Drug Enforcement Administration is holding its 20th annual Take Back Day tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. across the United States. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the nation has seen an increase in overdose deaths during the COVID-19 pandemic. The DEA and its partners will collect tablets, capsules, patches, and other solid form prescription drugs. Liquid syringes and other sharp and illegal drugs are not accepted. In Chautauqua County, sites will take place at the Chautauqua Mall in Lakewood, All-Star Ambulance Depot on Monroe Street in Dunkirk, and Westfield Family Physician's Office in Westfield. Additionally, take-back locations will be held at the Salamanca City Municipal Building, Fire Department, and City of Warren Police Department and Warren County Sheriff's Office. Now, during an event last fall, close to 500 tons of unwanted drugs were taken off the streets. Over the 10-year span of the Take Back Day, the DEA has brought in more than 6,800 tons of prescription drugs. To learn more about the event, you can check out their website. It's deatakeback.com. Well, a 20-year-old Falconer man is behind bars following a violent domestic dispute. New York State Police say Jeremy Rogers was arrested at a residence in Ellington yesterday. It's alleged the man, while violating a court order of protection, struck and then choked a victim. The incident allegedly happened in front of two young children who police say were also protected, part of that stay-away order. He was also allegedly damaged a vehicle that was at that property. Rogers was placed under arrest and charged with first-degree and second-degree criminal contempt, 2 counts of endangering the welfare of a child, criminal obstruction of breathing or blood circulation, 4th-degree criminal mischief, and second-degree harassment in that case. Police say he was processed at the State Police Barracks in Jamestown and then taken to the Chautauqua County Jail. Well, the future of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine is in the hands of the CDC today. A panel is set to meet and likely vote on updated recommendations for the use of the one-dose vaccine in the U.S. Mandy Gaither with more on what we can expect.
For the past 10 days, a pause on the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccine.
If they call a pause for such a rare event, you can be sure that they take safety very, very seriously.
The Johnson & Johnson vaccine put on hold after reports of 6 out of about 7 million Americans who received the one-dose shot developed rare blood clots in the brain. On Friday, a CDC panel will hear about at least one additional case reported before likely voting on updated recommendations for the future of the vaccine in the U.S.
There is a possible link.
In Europe, the J&J vaccine is back in use after a pause for similar concerns there, but with a warning about risks and what to look out for. The European Medicines Agency saying the vaccine's benefits outweigh the very rare risk of blood clots.
I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with something similar to that.
The U.S. now at a tipping point with vaccine supply set to outpace demand as officials in some areas of the U.S. struggle to fill appointments due in part to vaccine hesitancy.
And all the polls would say that a lot of those folks are still not sure that they want to take part in this amazing opportunity to put this virus behind us.
For those who are vaccinated, the CDC also considering loosening its outdoor mask recommendations. I'm Mandy Gaither reporting.
Mandy, thank you. As of April 12th, more than 6.8 million doses of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine has been administered in the U.S. Well, those wanting to get a closer look at the new BPU garbage cans can do so in a display at Jamestown City Hall. City officials are encouraging residents to go see the containers prior to their rollout next month. The Jamestown Board of Public Utilities is set to begin delivering the 95-gallon garbage containers to residential customers on May 10th, part of the new assigned garbage container program. More than 14,000 of them have been ordered and will take about 4 weeks to distribute. Customers can start using them as soon as they get them, but the program will formally start on July 1st. Now, those with questions about the new program can either call the BPU customer service line at 716-661-1660. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some local news headlines this half hour. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We love to check in with you here. It's good to see Christopher. Happy Friday to Alex, Rita, Butch, Diane, and Cindy as well. Hopefully you all are having a great day. Please check in with us. We'd love to hear from you. Maybe you're getting out and going to enjoy some of this beautiful sunshine that is out there. Speaking of it, let's get to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, who's standing by with a live pic from Warren. And I know, Dakota, it was a little frosty to start the day, but things should be on a warm-up that's going to last for quite a while.
Yes, I mean, today is really going to be the start of a nice little warm-up that's going to be coming our way at least over the next week. And there's going to be a few little odd bumps in the road, but of course we'll talk about that. Live look over Warren shows you a lot of the cloud cover right now, or the sunshine actually. 49 degrees right now in Warren, and the radar nice and clear. Not a whole lot going on, just a few high clouds, and actually could have been a little bit of some low-lying fog out there this morning as well. It was a windy day yesterday. 45 was the peak wind gust at the Jamestown airport yesterday, 31 in Dunkirk, and it's still going to remain a little bit breezy today, but nowhere near as windy as it was yesterday. 35 was the high yesterday, and again, we should be near 60 this time of the year. We got nowhere near that over the past couple of days. 85 and 20 are the record highs and lows for today. So through the afternoon, a good amount of sunshine, much milder, still a bit breezy this afternoon, but again, it's not going to be as windy as it was yesterday. 53 at the immediate Lake Erie water to 61 well inland with a west wind 7 to 22 miles per hour. Now tomorrow should be mainly dry. We're bringing a chance for a few rain showers, then up from here. We'll tell you about it in detail with that 42 degrees and sunny 7-day forecast later in the show. Justin.
All right, I love that 60-degree temp right there. Whew, keep it coming, Dakota. Thank you.
I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, free food boxes will once again be distributed in Jamestown this weekend. The initiative, which is hosted by the Jamestown Police Department, is made possible as part of the USDA Farmers to Families program. Now, over the past few months, officers have partnered with the Outpour Project to make food available to those in need. Volunteers will once again be distributing food boxes at the Christ First United Methodist Church on Lakeview Avenue starting around 10:30 tomorrow morning. No registration is needed. Police only ask you to follow this traffic map, which is posted on their Facebook page. The food giveaway is slated to come to a close at the end of the month. Well, a statewide effort to recruit the next generation of firefighters is taking place this weekend. The event is known as Recruit NY and includes many firehouses across Chautauqua and Cattaraugus counties. Now, last year's event was called off due to the growing pandemic, which John DeLarzno, the secretary for New York's Firemen's Association, says created a drop in new recruits during a time of increased call volume. Now, through a combination of virtual and in-person open houses, fire departments are inviting the public to get a taste of what it means to be in the fire service.
We hope that the virtual open house will catch people's attention and ultimately drive them to physically go to the firehouse, put their hands on the equipment, talk to people, and ultimately, fill out an application and be one of us.
Now, in 2019, more than 600 fire departments across the state held recruitment open houses. To find a list of what local departments will take part this weekend, visit recruitny.org/participants. Next here, a lot more to tell you about how those with some marijuana-related convictions can begin to expunge their records. And later, we go live to the Chautauqua County Humane Society to meet the next perfect feline in our Pet of the Week segment. Stay with us as WNY News Now continues on this sunny Friday afternoon.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
The George Barone Jr. Scholarship Fund is hosting its first annual Rummage and Bag Sale fundraiser. An inductee in the Chautauqua Sports Hall of Fame, Barone managed, coached, and assisted in youth baseball for 64 years in and around the Jamestown area. 100% of proceeds generated will be donated, which will provide scholarships to graduating Southwestern Central School seniors who partake in athletics. Learn more by checking out the scholarship on Facebook and joining us for the fundraising event.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvanna Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
Honest John's has what you're looking for. When you want it good, we're gonna give you lots more.
From freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has what you're looking for. And now 2 great locations, East 2nd Street and Fairmount Avenue. Order takeout or delivery today online at honestjohns.pizza.
You're gonna get it good at Honest John's.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. Those with low-level marijuana convictions in New York can now apply to expunge their record. A new form is posted online at newyorkcourts.gov for people with these convictions to get them erased. New York Assembly Majority Leader Crystal Peoples-Stokes says that removing this strain from a record can give someone a second chance to succeed.
They can't get a job, they can't get access to credit. It's very difficult to even get insurance nowadays when you have a felony. So what do? You recidivate. And so what we have literally done with the war on drugs is create a system that fuels the jail system as opposed to investing in the lives of people. So I think you have to eliminate that barrier and then give people an opportunity to start over.
Now, there is no application fee to apply for expungement. A former treasurer of a local union has pled guilty to stealing over $50,000 in funds from a Celeron area labor group. The U.S. Attorney's Office in Buffalo says 40-year-old Scott Russell Merritt of Celeron pleaded guilty to theft from a labor union. Prosecutors say between May 2011 and August 2018, he was the treasurer of Ironworks Local 470. Now, in that job, he allegedly embezzled $50,800 in union funds by writing checks to pay for various personal expenses. Sentencing is scheduled for August 18th. That charge carries a maximum penalty of 5 years behind bars and a $250,000 fine. 40 world leaders are joining President Joe Biden for a virtual 2-day climate summit focused on cutting greenhouse emissions while creating jobs across all sectors. As Steve Nannis reports, the U.S. president opened the summit yesterday with a very ambitious announcement.
President Joe Biden addressing day one of a virtual climate summit.
No nation can solve this crisis on our own. Scientists tell us that this is the decisive decade.
And making a giant promise, committing the U.S. to cutting its 2005 emission levels by 50 to 52% by 2030 and creating millions of jobs by doing it. 40 other world leaders are participating in the summit, many making big pledges of their own.
Our new climate target for 2030 is to reduce our 2005 emission levels by 40 to 45%.
We will strictly control coal-fired power generation projects. We will strictly limit the increase in coal consumption.
President Biden and I are launching the India-US Climate and Clean Energy Agenda 2030 partnership.
Biden has made climate change an essential part of U.S. foreign policy and national security since taking office. He quickly re-entered the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement, which former President Donald Trump pulled the U.S. out of. And with this White House summit, Biden showing again how important the issue is to his administration.
We're looking for other countries to make big commitments as well. That's what this big, bold, but achievable commitment from the president today is going to help us do.
I'm Steve Nannis reporting.
Steve, thank you. The chief of the International Renewable Energy Agency says it's going to take trillions of dollars to meet real climate change goals in just 3 decades. Well, today marks a National Day of Silence, a student-led occasion to stand up against bullying of the LGBTQ students. The day is a way to bring attention to bullying and harassment of lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer teens face. Students who take part in the day-long vow of silence say they're allies to join the movement to show support for their friends. The first National Day was held back in 1996 at the University of Virginia. You can bring awareness to this day by using the hashtag National Day of Silence on social media. Well, we thank you for joining us for WNY News Now as we get a check of some local news headlines this half hour. Let us know what you think about these stories and more in the comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. Good to see Pam. Good to see Cindy, Charlie, Willow, and Samantha as well on this Friday. Hopefully you all are having a great day. We appreciate you tuning in. Well, it certainly is looking to be a pretty great day weather-wise out there. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter joining us now with a full look at our weather forecast. And Dakota, really the weather this time of year, I think is pretty remarkable in that we can go from being frigid to nearly 60 degrees in some cases.
Yep, I mean, we have had, just in the past week, I think we've had literally all 4 seasons just within the past week. And the good news about that is we're kind of done with that for now. Let's take a look at it. And yesterday was Earth Day. And unfortunately, we didn't have time to put this into the graphic set yesterday with all the snow that we had. So I wanted to do some facts about Earth, the planet on which we live in. The Earth is 4.54 billion years old. That is when the Earth was first created. Over 4 billion years ago. The Earth is mostly made up of iron and oxygen, and since 1880, that is when we started actively keeping weather and climate records. The Earth has warmed 1.4 degrees since then, and the coldest observed temperature anywhere on the planet was 128.6 degrees below zero. And yeah, I mean, in some cases you thought it was cold, but not that cold around here. The pollen levels have spiked up once again. The high level on the tree pollen is mostly going to be our main culprit here, but grasses, ragweed, and mold all in the good category. Friday Night Lights game of the week, Jamestown once again. They're actually on the road this week to Niagara Wheatfield, and they'll be heading there tonight. 7:30 kickoff time, 60 degrees at kickoff time with a good amount of sunshine, down to about 53 by the fourth quarter, and should be partly to mostly clear out there in Sanborn, which is actually in the town of Lewiston in Niagara County. So go Red Raiders for their next football game of the season. Lots of sunshine downtown right now, 48 as a noon hour right now with a west wind of 10. And again, the wind is still going to be a little bit breezy, but again, it's not going to be as breezy as it was yesterday. The wind chill got a pair of 4s there at 44 degrees. So the satellite and radar composite shows you that we actually kind of have high pressure across the northeast coast. So this is kind of keeping us dry, but notice all the influx of clouds as our next storm system rolls in. Now, the new model guidance has shoved the rain chances later in the day on Saturday. So much of the day tomorrow really is going to be dry, and Future Scan shows you that. Nothing through the day, maybe a few high clouds coming in from time to time. Otherwise, that's it. Partly to mainly clear tonight. It'll be a nice night out there and not as cold, so that'll be a good news. Now, as we get into tomorrow, we'll see a sun and cloud mix, but then the rain is actually going to hold off until later in the day. We're talking possibly 8, 9 o'clock is when we're going to start to see the influx of some moisture, and that's at night, by the way. 8, 9 o'clock, we'll start to see some rain showers coming in, and those are going to continue through Saturday night, going all the way through at least early Sunday morning, and then the afternoon on Sunday will turn better with at least some partial sunshine. So the inland areas today, much warmer than it was yesterday, likely mid to upper 50s for most areas today. Enjoy the sunshine. It's back, and even Warren County may get to around 60 degrees. So here's what's coming next week. Same thing we talked about yesterday. Big ridge of high pressure is going to develop off the northeast coast. This is an early summertime pattern, so lots of warm southern air is going to be able to infiltrate the northeast, and you're going to see it in the next 7 days of your life. Brought to you by 42 Degrees and Sunny. 62 tomorrow. Late day rain showers. We're down to 52 Sunday, just for that chance for that morning rain shower. A nice day Monday, 58. And look at the temperatures go up from here. We're going to be getting close to 80 come this time next week with just a few showers. We'll take a break. Be right back. First Defense Weather is sponsored by 42 Degrees and Sunny, smoking deals on smoking accessories. Learn more at 42degreesandsunny.com. That's 42degreesandsunny.com.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Slow down. Slow down and move over. Move over.
When you see signs,
Lights. Vests.
please give us some room.
Slow down. Slow down and move over. When you need help,
It's our job
to help you.
to save you.
Despite the danger. This danger is real. Do your part.
Please
Slow down. Slow down. And move over.
move over.
It's not just what we say, it's what we do.
Local first. It isn't just our slogan. It's our mindset every single day. So whether you're watching our daily live streams or staying up to date with reports on our website and mobile app, you'll always see the same attention to detail from reporters who passionately care about our community, who have one goal in mind: to always put the facts first.
For me, it's more than just getting the forecast right. What I love the most about my job is that I come into work every day to help break down the weather, letting people know how this is going to impact their day. We take pride that First Defense Weather is the only local weather team in the Southern Tier. We don't just copy and paste our weather from outside sources. Every part of our forecast is handmade right here in-house, something our team really takes pride in.
What matters to you matters to us. Every story, every day. WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
And welcome back to WNY News Now. In an effort to help animals find their forever home, we're partnering with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in my favorite segment, the Pet of the Week. Joining us live is Amanda Sublett to talk more about this week's featured furry friend. Hey, Amanda.
Hey, Justin. I have my friend Midnight here. She's about 1.5 years old. And away she goes. She's very sweet. She definitely loves to cuddle. She's used to being part of a big family, so she does really well with other cats. She potentially could do well with dogs too, but she hasn't met them yet. And kids absolutely love her. She loves them too.
Yeah, she looks like a sweetheart. I imagine having younger kittens like this who maybe love to play, explore, and are super impressionable are probably pretty popular from a lot of people there at the Humane Society.
They are. I actually want to show you another friend of mine too. You take a peek here, George.
I would run away from the camera too, George. Don't worry. Most people do.
Nervous, but he's a really sweet guy. The thing is, he needs that slow acclimation, and a lot of the cats that we have here right now are that slow to warm up, but super friendly once they get to know you. A lot of them need that extra attention, and we're looking for the people to find the right home for them to give them the attention that they need and a little bit of time to come out of their shell. Midnight's clearly not one of them, but
But I imagine that's probably really important for the process, Amanda, is to really get acclimated with a pet. Make sure that they're right for your home, and then once you bring them in, I imagine you probably work a lot with some of the adoptive families to tell them and teach them what they have to do to be able to build a strong environment.
Absolutely. And we love educating people to make sure that they can actually make the right fit and the right choices when they're bringing home a new pet and help them succeed in keeping the pet in their home. So it really does make a big difference. It's a team effort, and we are here for everybody.
Yeah, certainly. And I know part of that team effort is getting out into the community. Coming up tomorrow, which your group does, it seems like pretty much almost every weekend, is try to get new animals out to your Chautauqua Mall location to really interact with people in a safe, friendly environment. Can you tell us a little bit about what will be happening?
So Midnight's going to join us at the Chautauqua Mall from 12 to 4 with a couple other friends there. I believe we have 10 total. Everyone's looking for their forever home, so we invite everyone to come on by. And it really is the best time for them to come and interact with the animals and get to know everybody one-on-one and see if they're looking for something specific and get to know who that might be that could fit in their family.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the experience I think you'll get at the Chautauqua County Humane Society, is that one-on-one where if you see an animal that you like, say online at chqhumane.org, you really can get to know them on a personal level in some cases before even making any commitment.
I love watching the people who come and sit on the floor and just socialize for like 20 minutes at a time with a single cat. They're really just building that bond, and it's a wonderful thing to see.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think especially now, through all of this last year, why not have a furry friend to cheer you up when you get home? So Amanda, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast today. And again, to learn more about our friend Midnight, or even our friend George that we saw there, simply log on to chqhumane.org. They have a ton of information posted available for you to learn more right now. So it's really a great initiative that they have there. Well, now let's go back to Dakota and get a final look at our weather forecast today. And Dakota, I know a lot of people this last week have been really hanging in through this winter blast. But we were talking a little bit earlier that things hopefully will be better now.
Yes, but don't count your chickens just yet, because we still have May to go through as well. And yeah, we've had snow in May before. 37 to 44 tonight, mainly clear, a few passing clouds, not quite as chilly. One more look at that 42 degrees and sunny 7 days shows you a little bump in the road there on Sunday, 52, but then we're up, up, up and away from here into early next week. Now, Wednesday and Thursday, both of those days, there's a small chance for a rain shower, but each day should be mainly dry with a good amount of sunshine, Justin.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm absolutely loving this forecast. I mean, look at Saturday. 62 degrees and sunny. You can't beat it. You can't. And then even like into Tuesday and Wednesday. Like,
yes.
We're
getting close to 80.
For real. I know you hate when I ask this question, but we got an extra minute, so I'm going to ask it.
All right.
Is this spring, summer? Like, are we here? I know you said don't count your chickens because May is still a wild card month. I mean, we're in Western New York. It seems like there's always a wild card. What do you think? Spring's here?
The same thing I just keep telling people. If you're a gardener and you're going to plant anything, don't plant anything you want to keep until Memorial Day. We've got a ways to go, folks.
Okay, Dakota.
Don't get too used to it. That's
I
all
love
I'm
you,
saying.
but can't you just get that crystal ball, man? I mean, there you go. There's your blue ice ball. people don't know what this is, that's actually a microphone.
Yeah, that's a blue snowball.
From your old radio update.
Yes, from
and
when we used to do
voiceovers.
radio.
They made you do a voiceover this week. You did a great job with that. Lots of tech to talk about with all that's happening. Good to see Dennis, Tom, Scott, Bridget, Mary, and Diane as well. Hopefully you're all having a great day. That's going to do it for our noon news today. We'll leave you with this live look over Chautauqua Lake. Dakota and I are back on Monday. We'll see you then.